I guess, yeah. The the brawling fights or whatever.
The Voodoo Boys.
Mm, I don't know if it's the Voodoo Boys or not. I'm doing that one where I fight Rhino.
Let's
I
get
know.
to it.
Hmm.
Good luck! You'll need it.
Are you talking about? You said that for the Haitian boys. You talking about that fight in the mall?
Yeah, with that big buff bitch. I
Did
think
y'all
her
already?
nickname was like
Did y'all already
Sasquatch or some
complete
shit.
that? You both already completed that?
I
There,
did.
there's a
Yeah.
glitch with it.
Yeah, I know I did it already. Yeah, I did it.
You got the street cred thing.
Yeah, my street cred's 50.
Mm.
Yeah, I did it last night. It only took like fucking 20 minutes. Didn't take that long.
Is 50 the max street cred?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before DLC hits. I'm gonna guess around 3 months. Mm. Especially with them losing funding like that, because if Sony's offering refunds, Sony is 100% not gonna take it off of their end. They will turn right around and make it come out of fucking red, whatever. Project Red, Red Project, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Apparently they're coming up with some kind of deal. And it's in the works. Something's about to happen with the stem. But they saying that we might not get 12 though.
Mm-hmm. Even still, whichever deal passes, it's supposed to just be a down payment.
No, they're stalling, bro. I'm telling you, they're stalling, bro, because they know they're close. Yeah, they're close to a vaccine, and they got the vaccine out and now. So it's like
They're
Stream
trying to
element
push it out.
spot
they're
Yeah.
they're
running.
trying to push
Emoji
it. Yeah, they're
robot
trying to push it.
face.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why they stalled like that, because they didn't want. Because they if they
I
didn't,
don't know about that.
we would have got a we would have had a like 2 or 3 stimulus by now. You know what I
Nah,
mean? We should have.
Pelosi came out and publicly said that the only reason that the official and only reason that she stalled is because she didn't want Trump's name on the check. This came out like a week ago, and she's been getting fucking beat from every which end with a fucking stick because of that shit.
Good. She needs to. You know
Mm-hmm. I
what I'm
agree.
saying? Because
Doesn't matter whose
yeah,
name
we
is on
should.
the fucking
Yeah.
check.
Right. It doesn't,
Yeah,
yo.
all these
Who
fucking
gives a
people
fuck?
suffering because you don't want name on a check. That's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? Look. See, this is the thing, yo. We already had an election. The election said it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a fuck about Trump. Just give us the check.
Well, did you hear about yesterday's nuclear shit? 2 nuclear facilities were hacked yesterday by Russia.
See?
2 of them.
Man, listen, yo. Yeah, see, because we're vulnerable, dog. That's the thing. Your enemies
Stupid.
always fuck with you. Yeah, your enemies always come for you when you're most vulnerable, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's war tactics, yo. I mean, I expected something like that to happen. That's why America's so fucking stupid for letting that guy get away, man. That hacked us, man. They should have, man.
Okay.
Told you, they dropped the ball on that one, yo. The dude that's over in Russia right now living like a fucking king because he hacked
Oh,
American NASA and all that shit. Yeah.
no, you're talking about John Snowden? Or, I mean, Edward
That's his
Snowden?
name.
Edward Snowden?
Yeah.
Did, how much do you know about that? Not
I
a lot.
know I know a good deal. You know what I'm saying? I know he hacked the
Mm-mm.
was it NASA or one of those fucking
No. he,
something with the US government or
it
whatever.
was,
And he
it
fucking
was
got
the,
those papers. I mean, he got information about UFOs and all that shit and uh non-terrestrial officers and shit.
oh, that wasn't Edward Snowden. That was,
All right, so
I
then
don't know
whoever
who,
that was,
I
you know
don't
what
know
I'm
who
saying?
that is.
That that guy, America scared that guy, and he fled to Russia
The
and
guy that
asked Russia for fucking asylum, dog. Like in Russia protected him, yo.
I think
You know what I'm
you
saying?
think I don't know. That don't sound right because Snowden was the guy who found out in 2013 that the government was spying on us illegally and outed them under the Obama administration. And he had been in the military and worked for the government for probably well over 15 years. I think it was about 35 or 30 something when it happened to him, and he didn't go to Russia for asylum. He had his original plan was to go somewhere else, but they cut off his passport while he was in Russia, and he had no choice but to stay in Russia. Matter of
But to
fact,
stay in Russia,
yeah,
right, right.
he stayed in the airport in Russia for almost 30 days
Listen,
before
I don't know
before he
about all the details, and I really don't care about the details. I'm saying that America fucked up by letting that dude stay in Russia, yo.
well, they didn't have a choice.
Whoever that was, yeah, they did. They're the ones that cut off his thing, right? His passport.
Yeah, but they couldn't have done anything else without
Okay.
getting into international. They couldn't have, with him already out of the country and not coming back through the country. There was nothing that they could do without breaking any international law accords. They couldn't like just seize him in the air on an international flight. That would have broken international law. That would have sparked a war. Because if we don't respect their laws, then they're not going to respect ours. If we start just taking
Right.
whoever we want, wherever we want, then they'll start doing the same goddamn thing. And we are way more vulnerable than they are. That Edward Snowden
Yeah,
didn't
but
have nothing to do with UFOs, though. And the shit that he exposed wasn't. It was the fact that the government had been watching us illegally, and that's what he was showing. And that's what he came out against. And
it
the
was a
only
lot. It was a
reason.
lot more than that. It was a lot more than that. All I'm saying, yo, is
No,
that
did you see the
he's
movie?
hacked. He had. Listen, yo, let me say my point, yo.
All right.
All I'm saying, yo, is that I don't know about the details, like I said. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that some guy hacked the U.S. government,
No, he didn't
and
have.
now this same guy that hacked the U.S. government is being protected by Russia. Now, why America didn't stop that from happening? You know what I'm saying? Like if they cut off his passport, then the shit, they knew where he was going. They knew he was going to Russia. Why didn't they
They
just
didn't.
fucking be like, yo,
They didn't know he was going to Russia.
you're telling me that they didn't know they couldn't look up his flight? This is the
No,
government, they can't look up his flight?
he didn't because he wasn't in America when he left. He was already gone
Yeah,
from the country by the time they found out about it. By the time the story was leaked, he was in Japan. He had already left the country before he leaked out. He had left from Honolulu and went to Japan first. He was in a and he didn't hack nothing. He didn't hack anything. He exposed the fact that the government did. He exposed the fact that the government had this technology and had been using it to spy on
I think
people.
we're talking on two different things, or maybe
He's the
that's
only
one
guy I
thing
know of
that.
in Russia. I think you might have got some stories crossed or something because Edward Snowden, he didn't hack anything. He exposed the government for the shit that they were doing, and he didn't willfully go to Russia. He fled because under the fucking Patriot Act, they don't give fair trials to whistleblowers. That's the only thing he wants. That's the only reason he has not come back is because they won't do a public hearing. He wants a public hearing so that the government can't cover him up. That's all he wants.
Right.
That's the only thing he wants. He didn't hack anything. He exposed the fact that the government had been doing this for years, using the Patriot Act to cover it up.
And how did he
Basically,
get this information?
he got the
I mean,
information because because
somebody
that's the
is just
task that they put him on. Because that's the task that they put him on. That's when he was working for them and found out that they had been doing all this shit illegally. That they used the Patriot Act as a blanket to spy on people for whatever given reason. Because under the Patriot Act, they're allowed to basically access any information that travels through the web. They could access people's cameras. They could access people's hard drives, whether the shit was on or off. They could cut it on and off. And he exposed the fact that they had this and had been using it illegally. That's what he exposed. And then, but he was smart and he was in the government and he knew that if he exposed it while here, because he had a list of people that had already tried to come out about this before, and every fucking one of them disappeared, and he wasn't stupid. So he went to Japan and he the only thing he did was he stole evidence of it. and he took files from the place. Matter of fact, he hid it in a Rubik's Cube through security. And as soon as he got it out, he left from Honolulu, went to Japan. In Japan, he leaked the story to the world. And then immediately, within a week, he went to some little place in some little town in Japan, hid there for a week, and then took a flight to Russia, where he was supposed to go straight from Russia to somewhere else. He wasn't even supposed to leave the airport. And they caught him by the time he got to Russia. They found out where he was by the time he hit Russia, and they declined his passport, so he couldn't travel further because they couldn't stop him.
And that's where that's my point, and that's where they fucked up at. Like I said, they knew he was in Russia.
But he's not hacking anything.
Cut him off right there.
He's not working for the government or anything over there. Matter of fact, he's been out in the public as much as possible trying to get the story out. He wrote a book. Mm-hmm. He's been doing tons of podcasts. If he was doing any kind of secret shit from Russia, he would not be doing books and podcasts and shit. He can't. He
would.
No.
Yeah, he would.
No, he wouldn't. That'd be fucking crazy.
Dude,
I think you got stories crossed.
You got sensitive information about your fucking enemy, right? And you have
but just because that doesn't make any sense though. Why would he fight for freedom and bring all this information to the public if he could use it in a better way? Why would he expose? I mean, because that's just
for self-preservation. For self-preservation.
Self-preservation.
You know what I'm saying? That's like saying
that doesn't make any sense.
Saying, why you shoot that motherfucker when he's fucking shooting at you?
Nah, this is what doesn't make any sense. Okay, if he knew how to access that program, and he knew that program existed, and he knew that there was a way to spy on the government from within the government, would it not have made more sense to not leak that information publicly to billions of people? And then go to Russia? Why would he not just keep it quiet, then go to Russia?
He was trying to do the right thing. Well, no, I'm not. Listen, yo. See, I'm done with this conversation because you're not getting my point.
I think you got. I get your point, but I don't think you got the story right because you're getting like stuff mixed up with like UFO. Dude had nothing to do with UFOs. Okay. I think you might want to check in on it a little bit more because that stuff doesn't make any sense. He was not like a spy in any kind of way. He was not
I never said he was a spy.
Well, you're making the implication that he's working for Russia. No, I'm not trying to twist nothing up. I'm trying to say, like, you say you're implicating that he's...
You're cutting me off and not letting me finish my sentences and shit. Like, so...
You're implying that he's working for Russia.
No, yeah? Listen. I'm saying, in a war situation, right, we're enemies with Russia, right? If they knew he was in Russia, why the fuck would you cut off his passport so he couldn't leave there? That doesn't make sense to me. All right? And then I'm not saying he's working for Russia, but if I was Russia, I would be trying to get a lot of information out that dude, and I'll probably be trying to have him work for me because he knows a lot about my enemy. That makes sense, right? Or no?
Well, it does, but it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not gonna if I was Russia, I'm not gonna fucking give some guy asylum just for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they gave him asylum because the motherfucker got sensitive information about their enemy.
I don't even think he'd give him sensitive information. Because you're talking about this dude sacrificed his whole life. His whole life is done. He is done. The government will never give him an open court thing. He knows it. And he knows it. He knows if he comes back, he is dead.
Done. Right.
Yeah.
I
so
get that.
There's no way that somebody would. I just don't see it happening. Somebody knowing that their entire career and life is over, and they sacrificed that to do the right thing for the American people, just to go to another country and betray us all. That doesn't make any sense.
But he doesn't. He might not have a choice, D. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like
he fully has a choice. Like, I think he would die first. My honest opinion, I think he would die before he would roll over.
I don't think he would.
I think he
I
would.
don't think he would. Why?
I
Why
do.
would you? Why would you roll over? You know what I'm saying, on America when you know America doesn't even want you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fucking
Because
sit
it's
there and
not.
die
It's
for
not.
a
Not.
country that don't
No.
give a
No. No.
fuck
No.
about
The
you?
only people that don't want him is the government. It's just the government, not the people. The people, fuck, dude. We need more people like him. We need more people willing to
I know.
stand up to do the right thing, no
Listen, I
matter
feel
what it
that,
takes.
and that's
You
the
know.
reason why they get trying to get rid of him, yo, and they don't want him
Mm-mm.
back here because, yeah, I get that, I get all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,